Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech, and in this video, we're going to take a look at the Cypherock X1 cryptocurrency hardware wallet that combines different technologies into one. For example, 4 NFC cards. We've seen NFC technology with some of its competitors in the past, as well as a little device that you use to charge via Type-C, and you can use it to manage thousands of cryptocurrencies from either your Google Play Store app that they have available, Apple Store, or your desktop application. You can even import seed phrases into it. So let's unbox it, take a look at what we get, and go over the setup process together. First off, inside the box, it looks like we're going to have everything we need, right? Our charging cable, the device itself, and the 4 NFC cards. If I can get the box open, please bear with me. Boom. Right, this comes up top. I'm pretty sure this is going to be your get started guide. And then here are your cards, and here is your device. This device is very tiny and fits very easily in your hand. It looks like we have a hole here for a lanyard, and the joystick kind of reminds me of like a switch or one of those external controllers. You can see the Type-C connection port right here. And this screen should be an LED or LCD screen on this side. And this little guy is called the X1 Volt. You can see it's 5 volt DC, 200 milliamp, excuse me. And we got the branding on the back side here. That's basically it for that guy. And then your 4 NFC cards that are going to be rubber band together, but they are labeled, so you can't mix them up. Where, for example, one of the competitors of this cryptocurrency hardware wallet, on their option, it's not labeled by number. It has a number on it, but then you don't know if that's your first card, your second card, your third card. You don't know any of that. So at least these have labels on it, as you can see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, NFC technology. And then underneath, if we pull this little strap, we're going to have our USB charging cable. They provide you not only a Type A to Type-C adapter, but you could just use your normal Type-C charging cable, a little Velcro strap, all that good stuff. So everything we need is right here. Now, to really utilize this device, what are we going to need? We're going to need the application. Let's take a look on the computer about the various applications that they offer, or excuse me, platforms that they support their application on. So they're showcasing your mobile phone and your desktop on this one. So let's go ahead and check out other features. And we're definitely going to want to look up this app. So I'm going to look Cypherock, and let's go ahead and look up the Google Play Store and then the Apple App Store. I always like to make sure that I'm getting it from the official distributor or provider of the app. It looks like this one in the top left is the correct one. Pay attention to that logo, because then when we go over to the Apple side, there it is again, right next to its competitor that we were just talking about that supports NFC technology. So we can download this app directly from our computer to our smartphone, or we could just go look it up on our smartphone and install the app, because we're going to need to go through the setup process in order to connect our hardware wallet. Let's see if they have any PC or Mac options. And sure enough, I'll link it down. I'll link everything down in the description, to be honest. But here it is. We got the link to download for Windows. And then we have Mac and Linux as well. I already showed you the Android and Apple options, but it's downloading right now in the upper right. If I move out of your way, it's on version, let's see, what was that? Version 2.1.1 at time of filming. It's obviously going to change depending on when you're watching this video, so always get the latest. But you can just go to cypherock.com/get started. Now, I want to plug in this guy and see what it looks like. We'll switch over to the other camera as we plug this in, because I'm sure it's going to light up and give me some basic options, and I want you guys to see that. All right, now on the smartphone, we're plugging it in. And I'm using my Ledger cable. There it is, Cypherock Welcome. And it's going to go through the setup process. So visit cypherock.com/go and download the C-Sync app and follow the instructions. All right, so we can do this on our computer. Let's switch back over. Now with the device plugged in and our app, we're gonna go ahead and start the install process. I just clicked the option. Again, everything shows up in your downloads in the upper right-hand corner. Windows is gonna warn you about the product because it's probably unsigned, and I understand why you wouldn't want to install something like this on your daily driver. I completely understand. So if you need to, use a other smartphone. If it's not your daily driver, Android, Apple, whatever it might be, or another computer. I'm going to go ahead and run anyway. So we got a window popping up. Next, install. And Then we're going to continue through the setup process together. Bear with us. Then we're going to go ahead and click run, and it's going to launch the application. There we go. All right, so ensure the following before you continue: that you are in a safe and secure environment. You have at least 10 to 15 minutes to go through the setup process. You have an active internet connection. The tamper-proof seal of the package is intact. Let me show you what they mean by that. So on the sides of the case, right, is this seal that I did have to cut open, right? So I did verify that it was cut open by me. You see those two seals? There's one on either side. So we cut that open, and that's what they're saying, to make sure that that has not been manipulated, maybe resealed or anything like that. If that seal gets pulled off, it should rip off some of the packaging material, and you can kind of see that, like a little tear. So pay attention to that. Make sure this thing has not been tampered with. And then note that Cypherock will never ask you for your seed phrase, nor will it ever ask you to sign a transaction. Cypherock will only email you from a cypherock.com email. Do not trust any email from any other website, because that's very popular today. From Coinbase, Binance, everything, even some of those bankruptcy cases from Celsius or BlockFi, you're getting emails because that data has been leaked from third parties pretending to be them and trying to get you to do things you shouldn't. But now we got two options. If I move out of your way, we got I am using Cypherock X1 for the first time, or I've already have one or have used one. So in this case, we're going to just choose for the first time and hit continue. We got to agree to some terms and services by checking this box down here. If you want to review it, you can. Most people don't, but I do strongly recommend people read what they're signing for. Privacy policy and terms of service, or TOS. I have read it prior to starting this video, but I would encourage anybody to just start reading those regardless of the company. Now we're just going to hit confirm, and we're going to want to set our password. Come up with something strong. I wouldn't skip it. I would just come up with something strong to protect this application on this device. If you're unsure of the password you just typed in, just click the little eye icon right here, and you can see what you typed in. Just make sure that both are matching. Confirm. And then we'll move on to the next step. My little device right now is still telling me to follow the instructions, but you can see that the password has been set. You're recommended to enter an email ID as a 2FA to get authenticity results. That's up to you, but it looks like you can skip this section as well. But just to verify that your device is authentic, go ahead and put an email and follow the steps. Now it's telling us that our X1 wallet will be authenticated through the Cypherock server to check its authenticity. That's good to see. And our device is authentic. Good to see. Now we got to play around with our dongles here. Dongles, whatever you call it. Right? So that little joystick that I showed you earlier, we're going to push up, down, left, right accordingly. So up, right, down, left. Perfect. Now we want to press the center button in. So you get the toggle or the little button, you want to push it in just like any other joystick. All right, everything is working. Now tap the X1 card below the X1 Volt to test the cards, right? So for example, one of our cards, we're going to go ahead and grab number 1, and we're just going to tap it below the device. So I'm going to do that right now. So here we are. Tap. Boom. You heard that beep. Your cards communicate with the device through the encrypted NFC. All right, now it wants us to do tap one by one below the X1 Volt till you hear 3 beeps. All right, so we already got 1 beep, so we're going to do 2. There's 2, 3. All right. All right, so 3 total. Now we're moving on to card 2, as you can see in my hand. 1, 2. Oh, there we go. There's 3. And continue on with the next 2. All done. Congratulations. And now on my device, it says create wallet. So we're going to go ahead and create new wallet. We're not going to import from seed phrase. If you create, I just want to make this clear. If you import a seed phrase that is not generated through an encrypted wallet, right? Like you didn't generate it through SafePal, your Tangem. Well, I don't even think Tangem allows you to export your seed phrases. But anyways, besides the point, if you created this seed phrase through like your normal MetaMask, no hardware device whatsoever, or through any other application with no hardware device, then it's not really secure. I mean, like if that seed phrase gets found out somehow or stolen, or you leave it out in the open, or somebody goes rummaging through your notes or documents or whatever it is, you're safe, then that seed phrase is going to be exposed. I really like to create a new wallet on the hardware wallet that I am utilizing. So we're going to create a new one right here. Create. Continue. All right. So now it's saying on the device itself to go ahead and click create wallet. So all I got to do is toggle this little guy, and let me show you on the phone. Actually, I just remembered I got multiple cameras. So here you can see on the device in the upper right hand corner of your screen where it's saying create wallet. So I think I'm going to push in, like just push in on the toggle. There we go. And it says generate new wallet. I'm guessing seed phrase. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. You need all cards to create a wallet. All right. Do you want to proceed? And you see at the bottom here, there's a little X and then there's a check mark. If I wanted to back up, I would hit the toggle left to go to the X. If I wanted to move forward, I would hit the little toggle to the right to proceed forward. So now we need to proceed, and we're going to use our cards to generate our seed phrase. So right now it says enter a wallet name. Now the hard part about this is you just got this little guy, and you're going to need to basically type it out with this one little guy. That could be a little bit annoying to some people, but we're just going to go ahead and make a name for this device. All right, camera's acting a little wonky, but bear with me here. You can see I typed in the name Cypher X, and then I'm going to hit the down and then hit the check mark to move forward. Confirm that we want this name. Yep. So check mark again. In the next step, you can set up the alphanumeric PIN, right? If we forget or lose access to this wallet, well, I guess we're SOL. Do we want to set a PIN? Yeah, we want to set a PIN, but don't forget your PIN, okay? Be very good about preparing everything. So go ahead and select the numbers you want to use to secure this device. Just note that you can use letters as well as numbers in here. If you need to go back, you're just going to go up to backspace. If you need to exit or confirm, you're just going to go down to the check mark. If it will stop blurring, there we go. So we're done. So we're just going to go ahead and hit check. And it's going to want us to confirm that same number that we just put in. Now that we confirmed our PIN, you can see it says processing right now. Let it go through its place, and it wants us to tap the first card. So card number 1, again, they're all labeled in the upper right-hand corner, as you can see. So we're just going to tap that on the back of the device. I like to put the chip side, right? So the chip that's right here, I like to put that towards the back. Card detected, processing. All right. Please completely remove, and now it wants card number 2. So we do the same thing. Tap. All right. Card number 3, tap. And then card number 4, tap. Easy peasy. Standard stuff, people. Wallet created successfully. So now we can hit the right to go on. You can view the seed phrase on this device. So be very careful. Make sure nobody's around you. You need this device and card to make transactions. We're going to need a card and this device to do it. And we will require our PIN to view the seed phrase and transact to approve those transactions. To get started, export the wallet to the C-Sync app. All right, so let's move back on to the computer. I wasn't moving forward on this screen. I was too busy focusing on the wallet, but it just basically goes through the same steps. It's just walking through it. And now we should be good to go, right? Congratulations, your wallet is now successfully created. Next time you need to make a transaction, you just need to fetch any card, any one of these cards, along with the Volt. And if we lose our X1 Volt, you can buy a new one separately and use it with your old card. So if we do lose this little device, we're still good to go. All right. And in case you need to add another wallet, you would need to fetch all of the 4 cards together. In case you want to import any other wallets into the Cypherock X1, now is the best time to avoid future hassle. So if we wanted to import any other wallets, we should do it now. But we're not going to, so let's move forward. Keep your cards in a safe place to add tokens, yada, yada, yada. All right, so now we just need to add account. Choose wallet, Cypher X. Choose coin, let's say Bitcoin. Continue. All right, follow the instructions. All right, it says busy. Oh, because I'm trying to view seed. All right, so let's go back. All right, so we're on the main page. Let me show you this real quick. We're on the main page where we could select our wallet. We're going to go back. Make sure we're not doing anything like view seed or anything. Hit retry. There we go. And now it's talking to our device, and you can see it says add Bitcoin to Cypher X. So we're going to hit check mark. Now it wants our PIN, put in our PIN number. Now it wants us to tap any card. So we're going to tap. Boom. And then look at our desktop. It's loading up right now. So it's processing. Let that do its thing. If you keep on getting disconnected, make sure your USB cable, if you're not using the one provided to you with the device, make sure you have a good USB cable. So here we got native SegWit. We could check that. We could hit show all address types. So if you want legacy, we could also include that. And we're just going to go ahead and click add accounts. Boom, done. So you see where there's no funds in here right now, but we can always add more. And if we look in the upper right, there's a firmware update. And I would always encourage anybody with any hardware wallet to make sure that they have their firmware updated. Let me go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll continue adding some other accounts to this wallet. Let's go ahead and click download and go through that process. Your new update's available for your X1. There you go. Follow the on-screen instructions. And if we switch back over, here it is. So update the firmware. It just wants to confirm. It's not anything that we don't want to do. I'm going to push the button in to check. And processing. Now we're waiting for the app to update the firmware, which is happening on screen right now. Let's try to retry. There we go. And this is going to take a minute. I'll let you know in a second how long it took. Getting there. The device just restarted. Not even a minute and a half. The device just restarted. And you can see it's booting up right now. So device authenticating. Device good to go, authenticated, and then on screen it's been updated easily. So a minute and a half total, not too bad whatsoever. You can see the connection icon in the upper right. If I move out of your way, this was red, now it's green, so that means we are connected. And so now we can view all our wallets, which is just this one for right now. And then we can also add additional cryptocurrencies. So let's see how we can do that. So when you're on the home screen on the left hand side, you can just click on your wallets and then click the actual name of the wallet. And then you can see in the upper right hand corner, add account or add token. Now, add token is going to be very useful if I want to add, Jellyfish coin, Coochie coin. Some of those meme coins are off, not standard or non-primary tokens on Solana or another network, Ethereum, so on and so forth. But in this case, we're going to do add account. And you can see some of the default options in here. Litecoin, Dogecoin, Dash, Polygon, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, so on and so forth. Solana, again, main network token. And then if there's any other lesser tokens that you want to add, I'm sure you can do that as well. So for right now, we're going to do Solana. And then our device is being talked to, as you can see here. And we just need to approve it by clicking the little button down. Not sure if you can see that, but it says add Solana to Cypher X. So you push this little button down. And then it wants our PIN, and you're going to want to do that for every network or main token that you want to add to your wallet. I know it could be annoying having to keep doing this, but it's very secure. And just like before, you're going to tap your cards. It's going to detect, and then it's going to add it to our wallet. So it's syncing account. And boom. Interesting. It says paper. That's cool. Let's give it a minute. Still syncing for some reason. There we go. Now it says show other types of addresses. Okay. Ledger, Phantom. I would personally, I would probably choose Phantom. I love that app and interacting with my tokens and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to choose Phantom. But what would you choose? Ledger or paper? I think either or would work just fine. But let's go ahead and do Phantom and then hit add accounts. Done. And now you can see that we got our native SegWit and legacy Bitcoin as well as Solana. And we just can keep doing that per token that we want to. Let me get a couple more added in here. All right, now let's say we want to add our boy Brandon Coin's Solana token, Jellyfish coin, to our Cypherock X1. Well, in the upper right, once again, you're going to click add, instead of account, add token. And then this window pops up, and you're going to want to do select tokens. Now, what's cool about this is if we type in Trump, you can see that Trump tokens pop up all over the place. If we don't do anything and we just go through the drop down and scroll, you'll see the latest Trump token show up as well. If I type in Sol and scroll down, Lana, you see it there, official Trump token right there. But check this out, Jellyfish coin, baby, right here. We could select it and then select the account. So we want to add it to our Solana Phantom, right? Not any of these tokens. These are grayed out because it's not supported on Bitcoin, but we would add it to our Solana. and then hit continue and go through the same process, put in our pin, tap the card, and now we have Jellyfish coin right here on our Cypher X1. Actually, it didn't even have to do that. Cool. It shows up right there. Let's see if it has, oh my goodness, could it have it? I just want to see something. So I created this token a little bit ago before my boy Brandon Coin from Jellyfish. So I just wanted to see, okay, so if you put in a token address, it won't come up either. I wonder how would they add it? Because when you type in COO, there's just so much. I think it has to be on the verified list. I'm not 100% sure about that. If you have any insight, feel free to leave it in the comments. But yeah, so because my token is not on the verified list, it probably isn't showing up, but it's cool to see Brandon Coin's token in here. But you can add third-party tokens for the native network. Let's take a look and see what else is around here. So portfolio obviously would show us our portfolio. In the upper right here, there's a settings icon. Let's go here. So it looks like we could change our language. We can sync our mobile app. So if we did get an app for our mobile phone, we can show QR code. That's actually very similar to Ledger, where we could sync our devices together. We can edit accounts, app settings, remove password, change password, device settings. We can authenticate both our devices and cards, but we already did that. And then about just gives us some basic information. That's cool. Discrete mode, I'm assuming if you had any funds in here, would hide the amount showing. Notifications icon, if we got any notifications. Help to go to any help articles, and then this little lock icon to lock our app. We could send crypto, right? If we choose a wallet and choose an account that had something in it, we could definitely send crypto that way. Continue, put in our PIN code, tap the card. We could receive crypto by selecting our, let's say our Bitcoin native SegWit. Hit continue. If you guys want to send some funds my way, I'm going to show it for you on screen. But first, we could see on device, it says receive Bitcoin. You're about to see our Bitcoin address. If anybody wants to send it our way, feel free. I won't say no. And by the way, what I noticed too is I don't even have to pick up the device. I could just slide the card underneath and it detects. Boom. And then here's our Bitcoin address. If anybody wants to send me some Bitcoin to this wallet, feel free. I won't hate on you. And on our device, it's going to say verify, right? So it wants us to verify the wallet address. So we're comparing that against what's on our screen. And then we're just going to confirm by clicking the check mark. And that is it. We got our wallet address. We can provide that to whoever, the QR code. We can see everything on our history, transaction history. We got Wallet Connect, which is very popular. So we can connect to third-party applications in the DeFi space and then buy crypto. I wonder who they're using for resourcing. That's interesting. Oh, they got all kinds of, so all right, US dollar. I want to get some Solana. I want to do 50 bucks. So that would get me about 0.31 Sol. I hit continue. Our main wallet, our main account, payment method. So Visa, MasterCard, we got Google Pay, we got Apple Pay, Revolt Pay, Zelle. Oh, interesting, Zelle. Bank transfer. They support Payer. A lot of stuff. Bank of America. What the hell? Do they have Wells Fargo? No, they don't have Wells Fargo. So it would be Zelle or whatever. What about USAA? Nope. All right. So some banks are on here, but not all. Very interesting. Cash App. Okay, cool. Continue. And let's see. I just want to see how is it being facilitated. And there's your answer. It's being facilitated through Binance. I wonder how that will pan out with people here in the States, because I know you got to sign in, see, right? So like Binance wants people to sign in, and if you don't have a Binance account, good luck creating one. It's got to be like a Binance US account. So we're just going to hit back and get out of here. We could swap cryptocurrencies. So let's go ahead and choose some wallets. Let's say Bitcoin. I know I don't have enough, but can I just want to see... let's say 0.5 of a Bitcoin will give me about 613 Litecoin. If you look in the upper right, they're using change now for this transaction. And remember, there's a bunch of these companies in the DeFi space that depending on your cryptocurrency, that might change. It might not be changed now. It might be something else. So no offers available for your request to swap. Oh, that's probably too little Dogecoin. So let's do 10,000 Doge. Let's see if that changes anything. Yep. So Change Now seems to be the primary resource they're using to do swaps. I'm not seeing anything else. So let's see. Solana. Probably too much. Let's do one Solana. Yep, Change Now. So that seems to be the company they're using to facilitate these swaps. Cypherock Cover. Set up a cover which protects your crypto assets and ensures smooth transfer to all your beneficiaries in an unforeseen circumstance. That's cool. Sync from email if you're already part of the Cypherock Cover plan. So this is like the Ledger plan where you split your seeds up and like there's a recover option in case you pass on from this world and your family needs access to this wallet. There is a way to do that. I'm sure there might be some sort of subscription or something like that. If you want to learn more, you can always click learn more. It's going to take you to the app. And yes, that's a funny coin. Wish it would have done a lot more. It's still out there to be bought and sold, but you guys do you. So explore plans to see how much this stuff costs. And I'll leave it to you guys to decide. And I will be providing you guys in the links, not only a link to where you can buy the Cypherock if you are interested. It is an affiliate link, as you can see here from the URL. But I'm also going to be providing you guys a referral because it says refer and earn right here. So I'm going to get you guys that information as well in the description. But yeah, so $99 for one wallet per year. Ooh. It's no KYC, so that's cool. Multi-chain, pin recovery, estate recovery, no. Passphrase recovery, no. And then $150 a wallet per year. That is pretty up there, but that does provide, look at this comparison here, right? Casa, Ledger, Nunchuck, Zengo. I leave this to you to decide, but the wallet app is very intuitive, very simple. Again, you're going to be using your NFC cards like we are familiar with some other options out there. Pairing that with a little device that's very easy to utilize. Matter of fact, I will say that my using where I hold it is kind of like this, and I really got used to it like this. Instead of holding it on the table and then toggling like that, I really got used to holding it like this and then using the toggle to left, right, up, down. It makes life a lot easier. I can see this device getting lost if somebody isn't careful. I'm not sure if I got a lanyard. I don't see a lanyard in this box, but hey, I just wanted to insert this real quick into the video. They got stickers in this packet. Remember, I didn't find a lanyard or anything like that, but these are card sleeves right here. So you can put your cards in here to keep them protected. You got some stickers, and then you got the user manual as well in this little packet. That's the first thing that drops out of this wallet packaging. I think that's pretty cool. You guys need to let me know your thoughts though down in the comment section about the Cypherock X1. If you're interested in getting one, check out the links down there as well. And please let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. Thank you for hanging out to the end of the video. Please do me a favor and throw some sort of hashtag in there. Let's do Rock Cypher instead of Cypherock. Rock Cypher down in the comment section below, and do me a favor on the way out, hit that like button, get subscribed, hit notification bell to stay up to date with what's going on with the channel, as well as checking out some of the links in the description to help support the channel, not just to the Cypherock and where you can purchase or anything else, but there's other links down there, affiliate links that do help out the channel, and I greatly appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. I hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you in the next one.